wow, 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 wow. Well. Well. Make sure we got things set up here, man. No idea what this is going to look like when I flip over. Let's see. Whoa, here I am. Hello. Hello, and welcome to another HORRORFEST stream. So tonight we're going to be looking at some ROMs. Spooky ROMs, I guess, would be the way we'll go with it. We're going to adjust this camera a little bit. That's a little bit better. We're going to be looking at some ROMs tonight. We're gonna first be checking out Sweet Home. That's kind of the main attraction. And then after that, we'll look at some other stuff that I just recently got. Acquired. Some of the stuff I've had for a while. Some stuff I had to go reacquire today because I can't find the hard drive that it's on. So everything I will front load this and say everything I am playing tonight is ROM related. These aren't I'm not busting out actual hardware here. It just makes it easier. I don't think anybody at this point is gonna complain about that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pull that up. We'll go ahead and get things rolling here. Boom, we'll kick it on over. So tonight I'm the other fun part about this, I'm kind of testing out the retro arch. So we're gonna test out some stuff here, make sure it works. Hopefully the sounds okay. Should already have what I want loaded, but we'll see. Let's see. We want to load content. I think I dumped all of these ROMs. Let's see, NES, yeah, and I had to go and quickly fix this because this was all in one folder, and that was a nightmare to try and get through. Even still, it kind of sucks, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. So we'll look at some other stuff that we can, consider horror games as well. I'm not going to just only look at Sweet Home. But a lot of games on the NES start with S, man. And we got to go all the way down. Wait, hold on a second. Splatterhouse? Oh, Japanese. Okay. And I should say this is a mix of both American and Japanese ROMs and stuff, so damn, dude. This is wild. Here we go. Now here's hoping I click the right thing, because I don't want to have to go through that again. Hey, we did it. Nice. Oh, cool. And I got the achievement thing working too, so that's cool. Now hopefully, let's see here. I will say we'll probably have to real quick here. Bump that down just a little bit so it's not bleeding into my ears here. Oh, this is all Japanese. Oh shit, this is not the American. Okay. Start. Yes. This might not be played very long if I can't can I just say I'm good here? Fine, I'll fill it. That's fine. Oh, I think it's probably wanting me to name all my characters. Sure. Oh, motherfucker, dude. to say there's a fan translated one in there. I probably should have looked at that first. So we'll probably. I mean, this is cool as fuck, but yeah, here. Let's see if I can get the fan translated version. Because otherwise, yeah, that's not gonna last very long. Sweet Home might not be happening if I can't. I didn't realize that. So here, let's see. Load content. Retro. I would think that what I have here should also have the fan translation. Otherwise, I guess I'm going to be retitling this stream real fast. I don't know if I can edit the title of the stream on the fly. I've literally never done that. Because I know what's going to happen is I'm going to have people that are just like fucking around on YouTube. They're going to be like, oh yeah, this dude's playing Sweet Home. I want to see that. And they're going to jump. It's like, this isn't Sweet Home. Like, no, dude, it's not. Let's see here. Getting closer. Man, I'm going on like 2 months of like, I think I mentioned this every stream, just like horrible congestion. Thanks to just weather change, man. Come on, we gotta be getting close here. Here we go. Alright, let's see here. So the one we clicked was the Japanese one. Could be this one. Asian Productions translation. You would think one would just say English translation, you know what I mean? I'm going to try this one. We're going to see what happens. I'm either going to click this, it's not going to work, and everything's going to... Well, that looks like it's in English. Hey, we did it. Okay. No. I'm just going to keep the names. Man, if I would have known that when it was in Japanese, holy shit. Pause there. Turning it down a little bit for y'all. Was I using this good old 8-bit do Super NES controller that I've had forever? This is a fantastic controller. I've used this on my Switch a lot back in the day. He switched teammates. Oh, let's see. So the left room's door is open. The right room locked. I almost feel like that's a trap, though. Someone in metagame. Okay. I wonder why. I guess I can't take that. There was a note in here. I don't understand what I'm looking at that. We show the way out. Huh. I think I have to go in and out. Wonder if I have to bring somebody else back. Alright, let's... Low bass gets me every time. Weird. Gosh, this music, man. It's the only problem with playing NES games is that music can get incredibly fucking harsh. Oh, we're definitely gonna look at some other shit. I don't know how far we're gonna get into Sweet Home. Judging by the way I'm playing right now, not very far. Oh, excuse me. I should go back and recruit somebody else. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. Sweet Home. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to see the inspiration for the original Resident Evil. But it's not clicking with me at all. It's really not clicking with me at all here, so let's look at some other gems here that we got courtesy of the Retro Arch. Let's see. Keep forgetting that. You know what? I just installed some Genesis stuff. Let's load that core and see what happens. We're gonna test it live. I assume this is it? No. I see a Saturn. What is the Genesis under? Or maybe it's just already in here? Vectrix. Bandai Wonder Swan. Okay, let's see if I can just load a game. Oop. Retro games. I, for whatever reason, have an obsession. What, too far? Revenge of the Joker. I kind of want to play. This might blow up and not work. Let's see. I don't know what's what, so this is probably not going to load. Nope. That did not load at all. I don't even... Okay. Like I said, this is going to be a real hot... Coming in hot at you situation. Load content. Let's see. Retro games. Sega. I do really want to play that Batman game, though. So let's see. Yeah, here we go. I think I just picked the wrong thing. Let's try this Vectrix. Vectrix. See if that works. No. All right, I might have to look into Genesis stuff then. I'm not going to do that on stream, so let's go back to Nintendo, Super Nintendo, because I know that shit's working because I've already tested it. So, all right, let's see. Load content. Let's see. SNES. Go SNES here. Actually, no. We'll go regular Nintendo. B. I know exactly what game we're going to play. Hopefully it works. Let's see. Oh, we got a while to go here. We're only in that BA. I need to get down to BR, man. Only problem with this, I wish there was like a better search functionality. Is what it is. We're getting close. Let's see. Here we go. I assume this is it. Hell yeah, it is. There are 92 achievements in this fucking game. Holy shit. It's crazy because I was playing the Super Nintendo Classic earlier, which is like a defining game of my childhood. And I don't think there were any achievements for off the look, but I've never played the NES version. So we're going to take a look at that today. So weird. I watched Jeff Gerstmann play this recently and was like, yeah, I should fucking play this. Why does he look like the Wolfman? And his jump's so fucking high. Look at this shit. That could have led to an unpleasant situation. Dead. It's like weirdly kind of similar to the Super Nintendo game. It's odd. It's very odd. It's like very eerily similar. Fuck you. Wow. Yeah, the retro achievement shit's really cool. What's not cool is this fucking heinous music. Holy shit. Ah! I don't think I was meant to survive that jump. Oh, okay. Yeah, I deserve that. Oof. You just start from the beginning. That kind of sucks. That's a rough way to go. Not gonna lie. To just start over again. Kind of sucks. Let's see though. You just run through that like super fast. Super fast. I'll probably look at the Super Nintendo game too because to me it's a classic. Like it's so weird to play this on NES because like I have no like reverence for this version, and it is different enough. Like this reminds me of like Castlevania 2 in comparison. It's fucking crazy. That's how it was back in the day with these licensed games, though, man. Like they just made them. They didn't give a shit. Kind of has some of the same attack from the other game. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck? I hit the... I hit like the super fast forward button on accident and then just like fucked this game to holy hell. We'll give it one more run and we'll try something else. I actually really dig this game though. I should rewatch the movie. I haven't watched this movie in a hot ass minute. It's probably been a couple years. Probably since I first got the 4K. I should say, I don't... So today as it stands, it's probably one of my favorite games or favorite movies of all time. Like it's in my top 10. But back in the day, I was terrified of this movie. The reason I was terrified, my parents had dropped me off at a sitter's house as a kid, and they were going out to see a movie. I don't remember what. This was... Bram Stoker's Dracula had been out for a little bit, because it was already on VHS. And the girl that was my babysitter was like obsessed with this movie. I'm talking like had the soundtrack, had like this promotional shit, had posters, had the movie on VHS. And like I said, wasn't until later that I got into horror stuff. Like, I was interested in it, and like a little bit later. Like I'd say 4th, 5th grade. Whenever I like first discovered Goosebumps, that's when I was into it. But I was fucking terrified of this movie. And I remember the reason why was because I went over there, and I was like, I saw the box art. And the box art's that like famous like picture of like cut into marble and stone. And I remember just being fucking terrified. And I remember I had to, like, she's like, we should watch it. It's not that scary. And I remember, like, I made it through. And the scene that still sticks with me today and like still to this day, I shut my eyes or look away, just because it brings up those memories. But the scene when what's her name, after she's a vampire and she goes back into the graveyard, into like that mausoleum or whatever it's called, and like she's got the child, and then they put a stake through her and she throws up all the blood. Like that's what as a kid, that fucked my mind. Like all that blood, and I was already terrified of blood. Like I'm still to this day like terrified of blood, but like real life blood. Like movies don't bother me at all, but games, holy fucking shit. Or at the time, movie like real life, holy shit. But like movies and games like don't bother me anymore. But when I was a kid, hell yeah, it was terrifying. Like to this day, that scene still bothers me. Like I love that movie to death. Some of my favorites now, but like that scene still is creepy. So, but that's what fucked my mind as a kid. And then I had these friends in my neighborhood that we would like switch off on like video games, like Super Nintendo, Nintendo and stuff. And they had the Super Nintendo version of Bram Stoker's Dracula. And that's what I knew. Like that was the version of the game that I played as a kid. And even that game still kind of like to this day, it's still kind of scary. Like creepy music, creepy atmosphere. Not quite like this game. Like this, and like I said, I never played the NES version. I never played the Sega version, so I don't know if that's any different. My memory is Super Nintendo, so. I lose because I ran out of time. Fuck, you only got 55 seconds. Okay. Cool. My girlfriend and I, we were just talking about this recently because it was like, I think I talked about this on one of my previous HORRORFEST streams, but we've been watching a lot of Chopped, the cooking show, and oh, there we go. Am I in Bowser's Castle right now? Like, what? And we went to go watch an episode. And that episode that we were going to watch, they were going to cook snake. And I was like, we have to turn this off. She's like, what? I'm like, we got to turn this shit off. I can't watch this. And she's like super baffled. And I'm just like, trust me, we're not watching this. I can't watch this. So of course, obviously I have to explain it. And I tell her, I'm like, look, as a kid, like I was traumatized by Temple of Doom. The heart scene, I mean, the heart scene obviously too as a kid, but it obviously today, it doesn't bother me, but the scene where they sit around and eat all the gross out food, to this day I skip. I can't watch it. It just, nope. I just find it so fucking repulsive. I just... Nope. Like, the image that always sticks in my mind is the guy slicing open the giant snake and having all the baby snakes, like, fall out of it. And I'm just like, oh. And then they're eating them like spaghetti. Like, nope. Nope. So... Fuck is this hand? Fuck was that hand, dude? Let's see where I start. Oh, fuck me. Okay. So I have to start from the beginning? Okay. Let's look at this. Let's pull up the Super Nintendo version of this game. Some say the truest version of the game. All right, let's see. I should make... Maybe at some point I'll make a playlist. All right, Super Nintendo. Bye. I don't think it matters. Yeah, this game I don't believe has achievements, retro achievements, which sucks. Psygnosis! Hell yeah. Listen to the music in this game. Fucking crazy. Fuck. I just realized I'm gonna do it right now. I never like posted that I was streaming. I've been streaming for like an hour and I haven't even... I totally just didn't do it. Let's see here. Like... Gosh, I'm trying to copy this. My phone's being stupid. Almost done here. All right, there we go. I can't believe I did that. I totally usually do that at the beginning of my streams, and I just totally forgot. Fuck it. I'm gonna give myself as many lives as I want. This game had like some like creepy atmosphere and music. Yeah, like it... As a kid, like already having those memories of what I saw of the movie, this game creeped me out. So I really need to sit down and play more Silent. I have not touched Silent Hill in like almost a week, just because I've been busy with so many other things going on. Just random stuff, other shit. You know, had the podcast Friday, had stuff going on this weekend. I bought one of those walking pads that I haven't even put together yet. It's been sitting in my living room for like 2 days. Then I should probably open that box and put that together at some point. The only thing I did do was on Saturday night. Saturday night, my girlfriend wanted to carve pumpkins and watch a scary movie. And she's obsessed with Terrifier right now. She knew of it because of all the memes and shit. We just talked about this on the podcast. But she knows of it because of the memes, and it's like she keeps asking me. I'm like, it's not what you think it is, like. And I told her, I'm like, I'm not interested. Like, I don't care. Anyway, she ended up watching it. She one day I come out of my office on a break from work, and I go into the kitchen. She's like cooking, and I'm talking to her. All of a sudden, I just hear like someone get fucking murdered, and I'm like, what? And I look over at the iPad, and she's just watching Terrifier, and I'm like, are you for real right now? She's like, yeah, I watched Terrifier. I'm like, whatever. And so she loved it. She watched the first one. She's like, it's great. You need to watch it. I'm like, I'm not interested. She's like, no, you don't understand. You need to watch it. I'm like, I don't think I need to see someone get cut in half from crotch to head. You know, like, I just don't think I need to see that. She's just fucking obsessed with this movie. And anyways, so Saturday night, she's like, well, we'll get some pumpkins, we'll carve pumpkins, and I want to watch Terrifier. I'm like, I'm not fucking watching Terrifier. And I told her, I'm like, well, we'll watch this See No Evil movie, because we had both wanted to see it. We thought the trailer looked cool. And that movie sucks. So, like, let me put it that way. That movie fucking sucks. And I haven't put a YouTube short up. I might later today. I can't believe how bad it is. Like, and like, I was pretty excited because, like, I think James McAvoy is a really good actor, and especially he's really good at playing like unhinged characters. I just think, unfortunately, he hasn't been able to get like the right movie where it clicks, you know, on every angle, like story, premise, you know, like everything, not just his acting. Like, yeah, I know people are been like, well, they're Split. I'm like, yeah, Split's a sequel to fucking Unbreakable, and I hated Unbreakable. So when that twist happened, I out loud looked at the TV and said, go fuck yourself, and walked out of the room because I was so pissed off at that movie. And I never watched, what's the fucking sequel called after it? Glass? Didn't watch it because I can't stand Unbreakable. Anyways, I say all this because the movie sucks. Speak no evil. It's well acted, but the plot is so fucking terrible. The family that you're like, I got to a point where like I seriously, by the end of that movie, I was rooting for the family to die. I was rooting for McAvoy to win because I could not stand this family. And their idiotic fucking decisions. They're all unlikable. Like, the hell? Why does it? Get the fuck out of here. Why does that look goofy? Get off my nuts. Fuck you. Ah, fuck, man. But anyways, so I digress. But the family's stupid. They make illogical decisions. They're all super unlikable. Like I guess if you care, tune this out for the next couple minutes because I'm gonna talk about it. But like, the wife basically cheated on the husband. She got like a dick pic or something, and he found out. So like, she never actually like did anything, but she got a dick pic, and so like their marriage is like kind of on the rocks because of that already. And the husband is kind of like, as you watch the movie, like, you know, I'll say this, like, I watch channels like The Critical Drinker and stuff, and like I see, you know, the criticisms that he'll have of certain movies when there's like a specific way a male character is written to be just like offensively awful and like super not masculine. And boy, I can't think of a better example than this fucking shit pile of a movie. Like, he's so bad. The wife, she's not a good character because of what she was gonna do. And then the daughter, who's 12 years old, is like attached to this stuffed animal. Because there's like 2 times in this movie that they have an opportunity to fucking leave this place. And there's one point they actually fucking leave. Like, they get out. Like, they get out, right? Like, they're out, they're done, they're not gonna deal with it. They're on their way like to the airport or whatever, and then the girl's like, "Oh, I forgot. I don't remember the name of the stuffed animal. Like, I forgot my stuffed animal. I can't live without it." And then they go back to get this stuffed animal, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, and what kills me is like, and it comes down to like incredibly poor writing. And this is what ruined the movie for me, because it's like, okay, so you're gonna do that. You're gonna go this far, right? I've never played. I think I played Alien 3. I'm just looking through games now to see what I want to look at. So they go back, whatever, shit gets worse, and then again, at this point in the movie, I'm supposed to believe this 12-year-old girl who's not mature enough to give up a stuffed animal is mature enough to know what having her first period is and how to fake that. Because that's basically what happens is she figures out what's going on with this other family, and that's what she does to get her parents' attention and get them away from these crazy people. And the whole time I'm sitting, like, when it happened, I'm like, no. There's no fucking way, dude. There's no fucking way, dude. So it sucks. And then when you get to the end of this fucking movie, and it's like all the cards are on the table, right? Like, we're at that point of this movie, right? Like, all the cards are on the table. This person knows that they're bad. This person knows that they're bad. You know, whatever. It should be like, it's the final 15 minutes of the movie. It should be like this totally high tension filled thing where it's like, okay, awesome. But they somehow make even more incredibly stupid decisions in this 15 minutes that it's laughable. Like, the entire time. That the only character that has any fucking balls in the movie is the little kid at the end. That, the one that's like not actually their kid. That has his tongue cut out. It's fucking terrible. It's one of the worst movies I've seen this year. And and it sucks because I'm like, yeah, I love James McAvoy. Like, this would be pretty good. And again, he's really good in it. He's doing what he does best, is playing these weird fucking psychopathic characters. But the movie is so fucking bad at every other angle. Like, it's written so terribly. And the thing is, I went into the movie knowing the twist of the movie because I knew about the original, like, foreign language version. And I was like, okay, that's an interesting premise. Like, it's, you know, we'll see what goes on. Terrible. Cannot recommend it. It's not the worst movie I've seen this year. People know what that is. But it's high on the fucking list of bad fucking movies I've seen this year. It's like a close third, probably. Dracula X, one of the few Castlevania games I don't physically own. I've had opportunities. Game's awesome too, by the way. Ah, fuck you. If I've ever shared my like history with Castlevania, which is funny. My channel's called Marble Gallery, so like obviously it's my favorite franchise of all, like favorite game franchise of all time. But oh, holy shit. Shockingly, I did not start with the first Castlevania. My first interactions, my first interaction with Castlevania. I mean, we've talked at length on my channel between the podcast and other videos about the glorious arcade cabinet from Pizza Hut that I wish I could find and own because it's an incredible piece of nostalgic history for me. But putting that aside, you'd be surprised to know that Castlevania 3 was my first Castlevania game. Then I went back and played 1 and 2, and then 1, the first time I played 1 was that arcade cabinet. And then I had a friend in my neighborhood who had all 3 for NES. But for whatever reason, the one we played the most of was 3. Like, we were fucking obsessed with 3. Game is so fucking amazing. I think part of it is because 2's like such a different thing and like pretty hard to figure out in a pre-internet era if you didn't have like Nintendo Power or like a guide or something. But yeah, 3 was my original. So it went 3 and then the original, and then kind of like a, you know, we'd play like I'm sure we played a little bit of 2. 2's probably the one I've played the least of, honestly. But 3, I love 3. That's my, of the NES games, that's my favorite. The game is, it's a tremendous fucking video game. So obviously I played those, and then I rented Castlevania 4 and Dracula X a few times. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Jump too fast. We might even load up 3 here in a minute. I don't know how far I'm gonna get in Dracula X here. Pretty rusty. So when we hit the Super Nintendo, I rented this and Dracula X a lot. I rented Dracula X and Super Castlevania 4 a lot. And then got to the 64. So, like, I have absurd nostalgia for Castlevania 64, but I can at least recognize today it's not a good game. But I really fucking loved that game at the time. And I have, obviously behind me, I have the other one of my prized collection pieces, the other 64. I have both, but I have a box copy of the Blockbuster exclusive other one, which I don't know what the name has escaped me right now, but I have both. And before I had a PS1, and I didn't know about Symphony of the Night. That's the thing. Like, I was a Nintendo kid. Like, I didn't have a Genesis. I had one. There was the one. Now I wouldn't say it's weird, but at the time, we had the one weird friend in my neighborhood who owned a Genesis. Everybody else owned a Super Nintendo. I didn't have a hatred for it in any way, but it was one of those things where, like, you'd make fun of as a kid. You know, you definitely had a sense of brand loyalty. I didn't know, and again, that was the other thing. Like, when you were a kid, if you, like, you knew somebody that had both systems, they were fucking rich. Like, nobody had. I didn't know a single person that had both a Genesis and a Super Nintendo. Man, like, you had one or you had the other, and that was your baby. But so yeah, growing up, I had never played Bloodlines. I played that much later in life. But Symphony of the Night, I'll never forget. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know it existed. And when I went to go buy my PS1, my dad would be, anytime I bought a system, he'd always be like, if you save up your allowance or whatever and buy the system, I'll buy you your first game. Even though he was staunchly against me really owning many games, he was very hard about renting stuff. He'd always at least want me to own, the first game. And PS1 was a little bit different because I had, and I've told this story many times on here, but I lived in a neighborhood where there were some kids that were a little younger than me, and this was right at the peak of Pokemon popularity. And, like, all of a sudden one day I woke up and I was like, I think I'm over this. And I had I was really close to having a set of the cards, like a full set of the original cards. I was missing a holographic Charizard. And there was one kid in my neighborhood who happened to have one. And so I somehow conned this kid into trading me for, like, 2 Pikachu cards. And I went to this card shop and sold the whole set for, like, $400 something. Like, it was, like, the most money I ever had as a kid, let's put it that way. So it was the kind of thing where, like, once I got the money and I went with my dad, because he's even the kind of thing where, like, when they said the amount, he's like, you're gonna give my son $400? Like, he even was kind of like, And then, it came up, and then there was the conversations and shit of, like, maybe you shouldn't spend this money, blah, blah. I'm like, no, dude, I want to get a PS1. So we went over to Best Buy, I bought a PS1, I bought some games, but he had already made me a deal that he would buy me a game before he knew I was going to get that kind of money. So he still was like, I'll still buy you a game because, I already promised you. And I bought my PS1 from Best Buy along with Final Fantasy VII. Whoa. Because I bought my PS1 much later, so I bought it with Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy, and there was one other thing in there too. I don't remember. There was definitely a third game. It could have been like a hockey game or something. And then we went over because he's like, well, why don't we go over to this other local store? Because we had a local game shop. It wasn't a Funko Land or a. It was a. I want to say it was called Game Exchange or something. Like it might have been like a chain, but not like a game. I want to say it was called the Game Exchange. I don't think it was related to the one that was a chain though. But and that was also the place where I saw Wonder Swan for the first time. Didn't know what that was. But I'll never forget walking in and looking at they had a much larger selection of PS1 games, new and used and stuff. And I'll never forget going in there and seeing Symphony of the Night and be like, there's a fucking Castlevania game I haven't played on this system. That's crazy. And remember, like, told my dad, like, this is the game I want. And then the funny thing was, like, it's crazy to think, like, that was getting the PS1. Those are my first 3 games, like, bar whatever the other one was. It was Metal Gear Solid 1, it was Final Fantasy 7, and Castlevania. And the first game I played was Castlevania, because huge fan. And I remember as a kid, and again, for me, this was still pre-internet. Like, my family didn't have internet access until probably late 99. And it was really shitty internet access. But I remember beating through the game and not knowing about how to get to the inverted castle, not even knowing that was the thing. And then going to school and talking to friends about the game, like, yeah, I beat it. I'm like, it wasn't really my favorite one because I'm like, it just kind of didn't really have an ending. And I remember my friend telling me, like, did you do the inverted castle? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he explains to me how to get to the inverted castle, and I'm like, what? And I remember going back home, loading it up, going and getting that, and just being blown away. Like, there's a whole nother aspect to this fucking video game. It was mind-blowing as a kid. So, we'll forever love that game. And then after that, I'm pretty sure after that I played Final Fantasy 7 for the first time. I had kids, I had friends, because that was the other reason why I got really into the PS1s. Like, at that time, I was going to a private school, so these weren't neighborhood kids. These were kids that were in my school, and I had friends, like, I definitely was one of the odd men out that, like, I actually had both systems at this point, but I had a couple friends that had both, PS1 and 64, and then I have friends that had one or the other, and, but before I had I just remember before I had the PS1, I had friends that were talking about Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy 7 and being like, I really want to play these fucking games. And then I kept looking at my 64 and being like, well, Ocarina of Time's cool, but it's kind of it, man. Like, these wrestling games are rad as fuck, but like, GoldenEye's cool, but oh, cheeky. Wow, he like took some motherfucking damage. I'll say though, like, once I got my PS1, I never looked back. Like, it was every fucking weekend I would be at either Hollywood or not Hollywood. I'd be either at Family Video or Blockbuster renting. And I was, as a kid, I was always allowed to rent 2 games on the weekend. So I always rented 2 things because Yeah, the philosophy behind that was like, oh, you might rent one game and it sucks, and that's your entertainment for the weekend, you know. So I always rented two, and then a lot of times that would lead to be like, I'd probably stick with one game pretty hard, but I'd play the other one and be like, eh. But it allowed me to try a bunch of stuff. Like I've said before, while I didn't own many games that era, I probably tried just about every JRPG that came out on that system. Oh. I remember the last thing I ever bought from that game exchange store, because we went there pretty frequently, actually, was my Dreamcast. Dreamcast was because I became a huge Resident Evil fan, thanks to my cousins. They're who got me into Resident Evil pretty hard. They got me really into Resident Evil. And after 2 and 3, the Code Veronica, and I'm like, oh man, here's a new Resident Evil. It's only on this Dreamcast system. And the only Sega thing I ever owned as a kid was a Game Gear. And so I ended up going to this game exchange and getting a Dreamcast for like, it was under $100, but it was really close to the end of its life. And because it was like a month later after I bought it was when they were like, oh hey, by the way, this Code Veronica game is coming to PS2. It's like, oh. I played the hell out of the Dreamcast though, in the like year and a half I had it. I was really into the online. Played a lot. Phantasy Star is what killed my system. That was the game that ultimately killed my Dreamcast. Just from overusage, it overheated. I played so much that fucking game. Oh shit. Yeah, it's gonna kill me. That's gonna kill me. Yeah, let's look at Castlevania 3. Sorry for anyone that stops by and thinks I'm playing Sweet Home. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's see. Load content. Let's see. Castlevania 3. Dracula's Curse. Say, I'd be shocked if this game didn't have retro achievements. I should probably take this Sweet Home picture down. Iconic. Fucking iconic picture right there. I'm excited about that Vampire Survivors DLC, man. I saw it this morning. I laughed because I'm like, okay, fine, they're gonna finally do it. That makes sense. But I'm all in on that. fucking fantastic. Bad time to do it because I have shit I need to play, but like, whatever. I will. It's $4. Like, absolutely. Yes, please. Ah. Part of me has thought a little bit about maybe doing some, looking at some 64 ROMs. Haven't decided yet. That's one I've never really gone above the 18, 16-bit era, with the exception of PS1. And like, again, the 64, like, I would only ever want to play those wrestling games. But I like really badly, like, it's like, but I really badly want to play those wrestling games because they're all amazing. Hell yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think it maybe would be, I don't think I've talked about it publicly. So my house, we need a minor roof repair right now. Just a small, the foyer, like when you walk into my house from outside, the foyer area, we have a very minor leak. It only gets in if it rains. It has to rain really hard. Like if it's just misting or like light drizzle, nothing. But hell yeah. But we finally decided, like, we need to get this taken care of before the winter, because obviously we're afraid once we get to the winter that it's gonna be... Oh, I didn't know he could jump. I'm fucked. Yeah. Obviously when we get to the winter, you know, melted snow and stuff, it's gonna make it much worse, right? So I've never had so much problem, like, I've never had this problem before, where nobody wants to come out and do the fucking work. And what I mean by that is, okay, so we call roofing company A. Like, all right, yeah, we want to have somebody come out and give us an estimate, explain the problem. Cool. Yeah, sure, we'll set it up for this day. We'll have somebody come out and fucking take a look at this shit for you. Okay, cool. So So we get to the day of, and nobody shows up. And it's like an hour goes by. Nobody has shown up to our house, right? And it's like now going on to an hour and a half. And I finally tell my girlfriend, I'm like, because I'm working at the time, and I tell her, I'm like, just give him a call, right? Like, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, if you're going to be late, that's fine, whatever. Call somebody and tell them you're going to be late, you know? Don't just fucking do nothing about it. So she calls them, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll be there in like 20 minutes. Sorry, we're running late. Fine, whatever. And they end up showing up, and they you know, look at the problem. They kind of give a rough estimate, but the guy's like, I'll go write up an official proposal, and we'll have it for you next day or something like that, right? Cool. After calling them back multiple times, we still don't have a proposal like a week later. And so at this point, I'm pissed off because I'm like, this is so stupid. And so we happen to be visiting my parents like the following weekend. And I mentioned to my parents, and they're like, oh, well, you should just use the roofer that we use. And they give us the contact information. It's like, call and ask for this person, and like they're really great and everything, and you know, they'll take care of you. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So my girlfriend ends up calling and getting everything set up, and cool. And the guy's like, yeah, we'll be out there. She called them, I think it was a Monday. This would have been last week Monday. And they're like, yeah, we'll be out there Thursday. Cool. Tuesday, this fucking dude decides, I'm just going to stop by your house unannounced. Not realizing that my girlfriend works overnights. I work during the day. We don't have a working doorbell. And I'm not paying attention to the front door. So I didn't know this fucking guy came by. So the guy comes by, of course, looks at the shit. And then it's kind of perplexed that nobody was home, I guess. But it's like, dude, we have an appointment with you. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, that's fine. You know, I'll see you Thursday. So we get to Thursday. Same situation. Nobody comes. Nobody calls. No texts. Nothing. And it's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? You know, like... And I'm pissed at this point, because I'm like, this is the second place, and we were recommended this place. You know, we were told to ask for this specific guy. He's going to give us a good deal. You know, so I'm pissed off. She ends up calling the guy, and the guy goes, oh, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to make it out there today. I don't know if we can do this job. Give us some pictures, and I'll see what I can do. And it's like, what? Like, you have an appointment with us. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so now I'm pissed off at this point. In the meantime, the very next day, now we get the proposal from the first place, just randomly emailed to us. And I'm like, this is fucking dumb. Now we're in Dumbville here, right? And so I'm like, all right. And I told her, I'm like, well, we'll sit on this first proposal because it took a week. They can wait a few days for us to respond to this, right? And over the weekend, like, we were unsure of like what's gonna happen to the other one. And the fucking guy from roofing outfit number 2 or B or whatever you want to call it contacts us back and just goes, oh yeah, so and so got injured on the job. We're not gonna be able to help you anymore. Sorry. And it's like, what? So now I'm in this situation where it's like, I mean, I guess we'll go with company A, but like, this is so fucking stupid, right? What did I just do to change that? I don't know what I just did to change that. That was weird. That was a total accident. Anyways. So that's where I'm at with it now, is like, I guess we're gonna do that. Like, I don't know. But I've never in my life had such a hard time like scheduling something and then making sure these people show up. Like if you operate a fucking public business and you say, I'm gonna make an appointment for this day at this time, you need to fucking show up to it, or you have no credibility whatsoever, in my opinion. So it's outrageous to me. Like, it's to the point that once we finally have the roof done, like, I'm actually going to go write a bad review on this roofing plate just to put them down. Be like, this is the worst I've ever been treated by a company. Like, they couldn't even be bothered to show up to their scheduled appointment, but they sure could come over on a day that I'm not available and want to just do it at that time. It's like, no, you do this on my time, motherfucker. Like, holy shit, man. So... And the whole point is, like, my girlfriend and I want to get this roof thing done before Thanksgiving because we celebrate, like, we host Thanksgiving for our families. So it'd be nice to have that done. Like, so it's not like, oh yeah, just don't look up in the foyer because it looks fucked up. You know, like, it's so stupid. I don't remember that thing taking so many hits, man. So, dumb situation. But yeah, I think I'm going to, like, when it's all said and done, just to make them sweat, I'm just going to post the thing and just be like, this was a bad situation. Like, lack of communication, showing up on a fucking day that you're, like, unannounced on a day that you're not scheduled to be here, then having the audacity to be upset about that. Like, I'm sorry, dude. That's not when we scheduled you to be here. Like, just so dumb. So fucking dumb, dude. Piss me off. Oh, here we go. I see. It's like different colors. Whoa, that doesn't look good. That actually looks pretty cool. Get back up. Oh, shit. So I'm pretty chapped about that. Like, I don't get it, man. And it's not like, the thing is, like, it's not a small chunk of change either. Like, it's a hefty amount of money for what we want to get repaired, you know? Like, it's not like a full roof repair or anything like that, but it's not cheap. So you'd think that these people would want to do the work and get paid, right? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't know. Just was really, really, really fucking disappointed to me. We'll try something else here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm digging this retro arch shit. So, you know, I did get PS1 games working. Let's see if I don't have the whole PS1 library. I just have select games, but I kind of want to see if I can get a specific game working. So let's take a look. I think this is the file you use. We'll find out. If it crashes, it crashes. Gosh, I missed this. Man, I missed that so much. Better days. Better days, man. Holy shit, it's an Activision game. It's probably gonna look like ass. Nightmare creatures! Hell yeah. Oof. Looking pretty rough. What are my options here? No, we're going to play an easy, because I don't give a shit about that. Oh, that's the brightness. Probably turn up a little bit here. Oh, that's weird. Play as Nadia. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Can I not use the thumbsticks for this? Wonder if this is one of those, like, I should probably have a 64 or a chicken? Oh, that's that guy getting back up. Kind of reminds me of like a precursor to Hunter the Reckoning. In a way. In a way. Oh, okay. I feel like I totally should be able to. I don't know. Not the easiest game to play. Holy crap. It's an interesting game. It reminds me of Hunter the Reckoning a lot, though. Not a bad thing. Those are some pretty fucking great games. They're fully backwards compatible on the Series X, by the way, which is crazy. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I think I read the 64 version of the game was like not good in comparison. It's not a game I maybe I rented it, but I don't think I ever did. All right, what's going on behind this door? Wait, this is where I started. Kind of looks like it. I think I got turned around. God damn, that's way too slow. I love the same two enemies. It's like a zombie and a werewolf. Damn. To be fair, it's hard to control. Doing this all with a D-pad. Yeah, it's a weird one. I think I'm going to save that one. That's a weird one. What else we got? You like... Look at like one more thing. Oh, PS1 is fun to look at for sure. Most of my PS1 stuff is like RPGs. I am thinking about doing a run of Symphony of the Night on here just to get retro achievements. I assume it has them. I'd be mind blown if it doesn't. What else we got in Super Nintendo? Actually, let's go with it. Let's finish it off with a classic that I played once on stream, and it's probably was the last time I seriously had my NES Classic hooked up. That is, of course, Kid Clown in Nightmare World. Game is awesome. Such a weird fucking game. What kills me, I owned this game as a kid. I wish I still had my copy. It's worth money now. If you have a copy of this game, let's look it up. Kid Clown. I spelled it wrong. Oh, I was trying to find it by my... Okay, hold on. Try that again. Yeah, there was a Super Nintendo one I never played called Crazy Chase. Holy shit, man. Just to have a fucking cartridge, which is all I would have if I still had it. Because we bought it used as a kid from Funkoland. $405, man. If you have a box copy, it's almost $2,000. That's fucking insane. I figured it was like a $100 game. $400, man. Fuck out of here, dog. The jump is what kills me. Oh, it's so slow. Ah! Ah! We got one left. This is where it gets real, man. I remember playing the fucking hell out of this game as a kid. I mean, it's your very basic Mario clone. But it's really good. Ah! It's a hootie fucking owl. Holy shit. I don't know what his fucking health bar is. I don't know what it is! I have no idea where it started me. Fuck you. Hell yeah. Oh, motherfucker, let's see it. He loves shooting these fucking feathers. Like, let's go, dude. There we go. Should have got that one. Oh well. I remember as a kid I beat the game once. It was like an all-day thing, but I did it. Oh, fuck. I kind of want to look at the Super Nintendo one because I've never played the Super Nintendo game. I hate the slowdown. That's the thing that bothers me the most. Yeah, it's probably gonna end it. Nope, that's fine. Alright, I want to see if I have the Super Nintendo one. I just want to see what it looks like. Let's take a look here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that was a right. Super Nintendo. Crazy. This is so different from the other one already. Holy crap. What the fuck? What is this game? This is so not what I'm... Okay. What is happening? This is not good. This is not good at all. It's like a runner. But from a really bad perspective. I don't. This game's... I don't like this at all. Okay. No. Nope. I do not like that at all. Alright. What should we end on? What game should we end on? Just kind of looking through. Was it Unholy Night, that like game that was released later? I feel like it was. What is it, like a fighting game? Yeah. What? It's too slow pace, man. We'll find something else here. I just want to see if that's what I thought it was. And the answer is it was. What is this? I want to see what this is. We're going to end on this just because I'm curious. I want to see what this is. This might not even load. $93. Okay. What is this? Like how select is the skip button. Oh, this is the NES version of Batman Returns. That's all it is. Oh, man. Look at it, like of a guy on stilts, man. Now we can call it here. So yeah, I'll probably retitle this as just Retro Stream Grab Bag. I think that's what we'll end up calling this stream. That's kind of what it became. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Looking at some of this retro stuff is a lot of fun. Tune in the next stream that I do. I'll be announcing what the game is very, very soon. We're also coming up very close to Halloween, so at some point during that week, I will be streaming Eternal Darkness. That's going to be the last game I stream for HorrorFest this year. I'm going to dust out the GameCube, and we're going to take a crack at Eternal Darkness for the first time in 20 years. So 22 years. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for checking things out. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Looking for more great content. Got more clips coming up from the podcast that'll be out on the channel this week. But thank you for watching tonight.